Anybody has any trash hauling, diaper changing, please contact Brother Haydar Jafar immediately. Thank you.
Give me the Oya.
Okay?
The Oya. Hurry up.
Watch out. You're going to sit next to each other, okay? They don't get along with each other. Telling me doesn't get along with each other. Okay, sit right here. Sit right here. No, you sit on the side.
Ashik
right
and Mama Naikbakath.
You sit inside over there.
They're going to be here. You can go in the van.
Touch the thing.
You can go in the van.
Sit right here.
I want the littlest kid in the bus.
Hey, Paul, we're gonna work the
Hold on. Don't get too excited. I want a seat for Ashik.
Right here. Right here.
No, in the back. Where he can control the kids from jumping out of the seat.
Hey, get up. Hold it right here.
Ashik sits here.
Hello.
Oh my God, he's here.
Come on.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
I guess we'll just go.
You go with your brother. You go in the Askari uncle.
No. Es un tomar todo.
No, but it's sorry. You gotta go. It's better, man. You gotta go like this. That's the hot dog sandwich. Hey, why are you standing up? Hey, I don't know. That's another half of the other house. You can carry around house with that. I've got two seats. Two seats. Two seats. No. Sajjad, you want to switch? There's a buzz over there. My hands are starting to burn. No, I want to. Okay. Here we go.
Ali.
You would have got this way.
Like that? Oh, like that? Oh, which way? Hey, that's like doing a movie over here.
No, Ali. Please. Come on. I can't believe it. He died 5 minutes. No, Ali, for 5 minutes? No. Chin, chin. I learned to play doing it. Look at that. Emergency exit. That's cool.
Pink sweater.
Where?
This way.
Smack it.
Everybody jump off, jump off, jump off.
What's in there? Sajjad, say hi to your dad. Yes, sir.
Learn to listen.
My goodness. Send them to concentration camp.
Now sit down until you're done. Everybody here for their turn until you blow it. And you are my group. I'm not going to let that happen. Now you will be the last one.
He's gonna beat someone.
Thank you. I didn't ask for your comment. I can handle it myself.
Yeah, we need orders. Okay, brother, what's your opinion about this conflict here?
This
And what
conflict
happened?
is very good, and brother Ashik Juma did good job. Alhamdulillah.
You just have to blow it.
Let me see who is the criminal here. There's the,
You can report all you want. I don't care. Let the parents listen. You'll find out who they say they got.
You're doing good job, brother. We are collecting evidence.
Show it to their parents too.
Yes. This is the mischief table.
Okay, we're going to start with you.
بابا این بهترین غذا.
Those Iranians, always fine.
Here we have Rodney King evidence here.
You're confused. Greatly confused. You're confused. You need to sit down and let us talk.
Did he get that meal? What is up?
Yes,
Can you bring us with us to go and get the
they
stuff?
said absolutely, positively no way.
Yes, he
Okay,
remember you
let's
said
go-
it's up to the
let's go-
chaperones?
It's up to those if they want to agree to it. If they said no, that
They
means
said no.
I can.
Who said that?
I don't know.
There's a fisherman. Oh, there's something fishy going on here. And that's Musa.
You, Rajab? Your dad just called. I told him you're here. He knows that you're here, that's all. Thanks, Pastor. Okay. That's the pastor, man.
Muhammad, your father is at the door waiting for you. He wants to say hi to you.
No. Today, we're not moving anybody to any cabins. I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Prince of Arabia.
What's up?
Musa, the fisherman.
Looks like you're supposed to smash. Not that.
Hey, what you doing, man?
This brother is from New York. They have Masumin school. Our guest here tonight at the YMCA camp. Friday, April 5th, 1996. Ali! No, you can't.
Them.
Wait, you cannot help them. What do you want?
Look, I want to help them.
No, you can't.
Dad, take a picture of
You
her.
can't.
A picture of
Okay, you go help. You go with them. You go with them. No, just go talk to them. No, go with them. Zainab, come on. Brother Askari. Blue Cross Blue Shield Insurance.
Any problem with your stomach bothering you too much, you can come back to me.
I'm scared.
Can I please hold it, please, please, please? Go, go.
No, it's recording. What's up?
Is that sound right? Welcome to Camp Nowhere. Welcome to Camp Nowhere, right? So we'll let y'all sleep in our cabin. Yeah. All right. Then when it's time for a tournament, y'all will be y'all three y'all even know. All right. Then my turn.
Say hi to your dad.
Hello, Dad.
Wait, recording. I don't know. Now, look at the red light side. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's so blurry.
That's what the basketball players do when they see the camera. They're like, oh, they go. They'll be going.
Hey man, Brother Nick was my friend. Alright, fine. That's why in our cabin we can't have. Alright, don't tape us, man. Go tape somebody else. Okay. I saw that red light on. The red light.
Right there.
You're president now. I'm a booking now. Wake up!
Let me see. Is the red light on? Is the red light on? You're recording.
It's recording. Yes, it's recording.
Hey, it's recording.
He's such a Russell is such a he's a nerd. Russell said he's an
Mira el baby, mira el baby, ¿ves que no tiene miedo el baby? ¿Ves? Baby no tiene miedo.
High-level Kharij and logic and this and that. If you really think about it, it's all null and void if there is no man. Think about it. If I were a speaker, eloquent speaker, and I came and spoke wonderful verses of the Quran, and I spoke beautiful philosophy to all of you, then the minute I walked out here, I started acting like a clown or a fool. I started making silly statements. See, this doesn't make sense. I mean, he said wonderful things here, and then he's acting like a real fool. No, this guy has no respect. Everything that I say becomes null and void if I don't act it. If my action does not translate into what I say does not translate into my action, I'm a useless person. So you find people who sleep on the minbar, they are philosophers, scholars, PhDs, who can talk wonderful things. But if they cannot put it into action, they are hopeless people. His tongue has no bone. He can talk for days and years. He never gets tired. I can say that I can lift this building with my finger. Can I say? Yes, I did. Can I do it? No. So this tongue can do a lot of things. But the question is, what can we do? Akhlaq, manners, is the writer. He is saying that Islam is the most perfect religion among the most imperfect people. You know why? If you travel in Muslim countries, you find that our Muslim people have the worst manners in the world. You come to the non-Muslim country, you find the manners are with them. You stand on a bus outside, go in a Muslim country, and try to form a line to get to a bus. That's unheard of. It's not in their vocabulary. Come in the United States and stand on a bus line, and you are among the kafirin, the mushrikeen, the munafiqeen, etc., etc. And you find everybody forming a straight line. So where is the akhlaq? The akhlaq is with these people. Why? Because we Muslims have thought that because we have said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, paradise is guaranteed for us. We are fooling ourselves. It's a lie. Unless we put it in action. So while I'm here today, I don't know most of you. You don't know me. How do you know what kind of a person I am? I don't know what kind of person you are. I want to know. In fact, all this time, I've been watching many of you while you're running around, playing basketball, coming for prayer, sitting, talking, eating. I've been watching. I'm trying to make sense of each one of you that I can put my eye on. I say, I wonder what kind of a person that is. I wonder if he's a good person or bad. I wonder if he's gentle or kind. I wonder if he's rude. I'm trying to make judgment. Now imagine our akhlaq speaks for itself. So when we come to these kinds of gatherings, Imam Ali alayhi salam, he has said one of three things. He says travel with him, do business with him, or live with him, or her. One of these three things. Or her, meaning sisters, So in other words, if you want to know somebody, travel with them. Within a short period of time, you'll get to know, oh, this person is not good. Or this person, mashallah, is much better than I thought. Either way, it's a question of spending a little time. Why? One's manners comes about naturally. While I'm traveling, if I'm sitting, if food comes on the table, do I offer it to my brother or sister? Am I respectful? Am I gentle? Or am I conscious of my surroundings? How many times I see my brothers, even in New York, I see this problem. After we eat, we don't even pick up our plates, we just walk away. After Salah, I notice some of the people have torn the papers, and I know that we have left probably for the sisters to pray. But many times I see, we just pray and walk away. Somebody, the organizers will come and clean it up. See, it's not a sign of a Muslim. A Muslim who is constantly conscious would say, no, these organizers didn't have to do this. Nobody forced them. There are no chains on their hands. Nobody commanded them to do this, but out of their volition, their own desire, they wanted to help us, the younger generation. SubhanAllah, what can I give back? At least let me pick up this one paper and throw it in the garden. At least when my organizer tells me not to do something, I won't do it. Why? It's a respect. This is akhlaq. Believe me, my brothers and sisters, we don't have to go any further than that. Because when someone says to you, what is Islam? Islam is a religion of manners. We don't have it. But you want to see the manners? Look at our Prophet. Our Prophet was such a man that he didn't speak harsh words, was always smiling, always looking for people to say salam to, always gentle, never backbit anybody, never stole anything from somebody. This is Islam. We think Islam means going out to and becoming a great alim, what our Prophet said. But for the average Muslim, and sometimes we say Quran. Quran is such a complicated book. We read Surah Al-Baqarah, oh my God, there's so many things in there. But things are shifting all over the place. No, it's not. If only we took a few more moments that we actually imagine ourselves to do. The Quran speaks very simple language, very simple. There is no tricks in it. There are no tricks in it. The language is very straightforward. Even the translation that we read, most of it makes very perfect sense. It's a question of how much time we allocate to learn. So I think I won't make this speech very long because I want more input from you. But I really say this to you. Allah has blessed us to be born Muslims. Those of us who have converted to Islam, Allah has blessed them even more. Those who have come in the pathway of Allah from another pathway, Allah has blessed them more than us. We recite in Dua Ramadan, say, Alhamdulillah, alladhi hadana lihada, wa ma kunna linahtadiya lawla an hadana Allah. This is what will be recited. This is in the Quran. That when Allah is taking His believers and putting them in paradise, this is the verse that people will read. They will say, oh Allah, thank you for guiding me. Had you not guided me, I would certainly have been lost. What is our destiny? Where are we going? I'll tell you, if I look at all the people here, I see the younger brothers, I see older brothers, younger sisters, older sisters. All of us have a very powerful mind in our heads. Very powerful. I never look at a young brother, 9 years old, 7 years old, I never look at him as a child. I treat everybody as an adult. Different capacity, but to me, that child probably will far supersede many of us. We should never look down on children, never. Because then we limit their potential. We say, no, you're a child, you don't know anything. Then the child will begin to think like he knows nothing, she knows nothing. It's not correct. Give them full potential. But one of the things we have to do as adults is we have to respect our young brothers. But the most important thing for the young brothers and sisters is you must also respect the adults. If you don't, then it doesn't work. It has to go both ways. If you don't address and respect your elder brothers, the other brother will say, hey, you don't deserve to be respected. And then your whole life is downhill. Akhlaq. The aql which Allah has put into us, this mind, is so powerful that I wish when I was young, at 10 or 9 years of age, I had begun to study my religion at that age. I was a foolish child, growing up in the United States, doing nothing but foolish things, getting involved in worldly pursuits, thinking of how to please my American friends, because all my life I was raised with my American friends. My best friends were Americans. I did not have Muslim friends. Because at that time, we really didn't have centers. There was no community like this. There were no programs where I could go on trips with my Muslim brothers and learn what does it mean to be brother and sister. I didn't have that. I really miss it. Brother Muhammad, who came with me from New York also, we both had the same problem. While growing up in New York, we didn't have that. So when we take our brothers in New York and take them to madrasa, and we take them on ski trips, and we go on different programs, we look at them and I look at myself. I say, when I was young, I didn't have it. I love my brother, who I believe is the creation of Allah, just like I am. And my destiny is is just like his destiny if we do it in the correct way. And why should I ignore him? I have to give him the best that I have. So I say to you, my brothers and sisters, that those of the organizers, brothers and sisters who have taken the time to have this kind of a program, you will never know its value until you lose it. When you lose this, when you don't have such programs, you'll say, you know, I wish we had. Let's make the best use of it. Let's use this mind. You know, when we had this kind of a gathering, I really would request sisters and brothers to raise their hands and ask as many questions. To me, the dumbest question is the question you don't ask. That's a dumb question. If you have any question, don't think that it's a stupid question. No. If we don't ask, Shaitan loves to put doubt in our mind. And sometimes we have a doubt. You notice some people, they know everything in life, but they have one doubt, that maybe. And because of that maybe, they die in unbelief. Shaitan, because Allah says, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَٰهِ النَّاسِ مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ. He puts waswas. Waswas is a doubt. The minute this doubt sits in our brain, in our mind, our religion becomes shallow. And because our religion becomes shallow, we never come close to Allah. And that's exactly what Iblis wants. Why? Because we never take the trouble to go forward and say, brother, I have a question to ask you. Answer. If you can't answer it, I'm going to go to somebody else until I get this answer. It's our right as human beings. Allah gave us a mind, we're inquisitive. We need to ask. And if someone says, don't ask me, how dare you ask me? Say, I guess if somebody comes and says, how do I know God is there? How do you believe in God? In the old-fashioned ways, how dare you ask this question? You are blaspheming, you know. Shame on you. Get away from me. The child will say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ask. We are afraid to ask. Why are we afraid to ask? Ask. Imam Ali alayhi salam, who was Imagine the great man that he was. What did he always say? He always says, Saluni, Saluni, qablan taftiruni. Ask me. He says, I'm worried about you people. I'm going to die very soon and you're not asking me enough questions. Tomorrow you're going to be confused. Ask me. Take this doubt out of your heart. I say to my brothers, many of us in this community, and in all communities, I'm convinced, have a lot of doubts about our religion. Many of us in here, in this group, including myself, many times, I lack the certainty that Allah is really there. How many of us really believe Allah is there? We can raise hands, you know, in intrepid manners. Me, you know, I believe it. True. But when questioned, the real integrity, okay, Allah is there. Have you seen Him? No. Can you see Him? No. Will He ever be seen? No. Has He ever been seen? No. Then how do you know He's there? Prove it to me. Prove to me that Allah exists. And suddenly the guy says, well, I know Allah exists because otherwise why am I here? Yeah, but how? What if I told you, okay, by accident? Is that what science teaches us in school? That all evolution happened by accident? It was all an accident? It was all an accident. How can you prove that? The person says, yeah, but then how did the atoms come about? Oh, it was an accident. Hey, the law of probability, if something can happen 1 in a trillion, it can happen and it happened. The Murphy's law. Something can happen, it will happen. So it happened. And here we are. Now what's your argument? That's what we are taught in school. And many times we come out of high school thinking, yeah, you know, science makes a God and breaks a God. Yeah, this Islam, maybe it's old tradition, you know. How do we know God is there? We're always talking about this mystical God who can't see, you can't touch, you can't feel. I mean, how do we know Allah is there? And that doubt, that waswas, grows in our heart, and as a result, we grow old and die, never getting close to it. Yet, the akal, the powerful instrument that's in the mind, was never used. It was an instrument. All you needed to do was use it. It would have opened 1,000 doors. And you would say, oh my God, what a fool I am. Sure, I can prove to you that Allah's existence. So my young brothers and sisters, you should think, ponder. You should be using your time wisely and sitting and thinking. When you look at the sky, look at yourselves. The verse I recited, the hadith, the Prophet says, Man arafa nafsa. If you know yourself. You know, many times I look at myself, I'm talking to you, my tongue is moving, I'm looking at you, I'm processing millions of bits of information. I'm processing different colors, depth of perception. I know exactly pretty much how far this brother is, how far those brothers, how far the sisters are. I have a sense of mood and temperature. I can feel the heat coming from this direction. I can feel I'm holding a cup, I'm using fire. Think of how many processes are happening simultaneously. I say to myself, SubhanAllah, who designed this machine? This creature, me, who's able to use this body, this machinery. And I'm looking at the young brothers, you know, when you play basketball, you watch these basketball players, the way they jump and they fly and the way they move. I said, SubhanAllah, who are we? You know, when you do gardening, the other day I was doing gardening, I had to take thick gloves, you know, trying to do things, and I had to tie the garbage bag. I couldn't do it. And I think this is meditation, simple. You might think, well, you know, you need to go to home to understand this. No, While I'm tying a garbage bag, I had these gloves on. I said, subhanAllah, these gloves are too thick. I can't tie this thing. I took the gloves out, and with my fine motor movement, you know, if I put a piece of hair between my fingers, I can feel it. SubhanAllah, a thin piece of hair. But I can sense it, it's there. I can even feel where it is. Look at the fine motor movement. This is a very difficult act to do this. Scientists in my university were trying to get an arm, just an arm, to pick up something and to drop it. They would make this thing run 1,000 times. I used to watch it. And this thing was so, like, the motor movement was so bad that they had to refine it after thousands of tries. They finally got this thing to do it precision, pick it up and do it. Just one big machine. Imagine the hand, how fine it is. And once I took my gloves off, immediately I had to tie the garbage can. I said, subhanAllah, who designed this machine? This machine this is manara for nafsa. I don't have to go far. And when I look at all of you, I look at all different faces. I guarantee this, and this is a scientific fact, if everybody puts their fingerprint on some object, no one would have the same. There are over 5 billion people on Earth. And think of the time of Hazrat Adam until today, not a single human being has ever had identical fingerprint. Is that not a miracle? Think about it. Which machine, which system can create that? So those are things we need to ponder over and say, my God, what am I? Who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose? Based on that, we're going to say, okay, since I know that there is a greater creation, a greater creator, I want to know him. Allah says, come, know me. But we'll never know who he really is in his physical sense because Allah is in the absolute. Tomorrow, inshallah, I have time, I'd like to talk about how to prove scientifically who is Allah. It is so simple, it is so logical. If you can grasp it, no one can ever defy you on the existence of Allah. Impossible. It is too scientific, it is too systematic, and it is too perfect. So, anyway, in conclusion, I'd like to request my brothers and sisters that during this vacation, during this weekend, we should maximize our returns. It's an investment. Look, all of us have invested something. We've invested time, we've invested money, okay? We've invested something. The brothers who are organizing are investors. We're all investors. When we come here, we want to maximize. You and I are going to think about it, what is going to bring us maximum return on this trip. To constantly be on that basketball ground, constantly think of our selfish desires, or to think of other things. The question is, many of us don't even know how to maximize. If you really sit and think, and when you become a balanced Muslim, you'll see that there's time for play, there's time for thinking, there's time for improvement, there's time for everything. And that's what brings about a grounded, a well-rounded Muslim who has good manners and becomes the best creation on earth. So, thank you very much. Any question, any want to comment or anything, please? Just feel free, no formality. I love to have an interactive discussion. Just raise your hand and say, I have this question, or I don't like this, or there's a problem in life. I mean, I don't have all the answers. None of us has all the answers. If there's something you'd like to say, yeah. Okay, if the brother has a question, just give him a few minutes. Inshallah, we'll end this in 5 minutes. Quran, the first Quran, you mean the original Quran? So the original Quran is in existence. One of them is in the museum in Turkey. There are many original Qurans. And remember one thing, that's an interesting point about the Quran. You know, when we talk to our Christian brothers and sisters, we say to them that your Bible has mistakes, okay, it's corrupted, and so on. You know, 25 years after the supposed death of Christ, or birth of Christ, you had, the Christian book was tainted with. So they say, okay, so you say your book is correct? I said, yeah, just prove it to me. Now, many times we have caught back. They say, oh yeah, I'm telling you, your book is wrong. They say, can you prove the Quran is right? They suddenly say, oh my God, how do I prove it to you? Suddenly you find this burden on you, you say, oh yeah, how am I going to prove to this guy? He's not a Muslim. It's very simple. When you have the Jehovah's Witnesses come to your door and they say to you that you're corrupted and you're going to hell and there's something wrong with you, you said, okay, I accept, I have a disease, you know that? He said, yeah, you've got a disease and you've got to accept our way. I said, okay, if you've got the disease, find the cure. He said, the cure is the prayer. I said, okay, what's my disease? He said, you're a Muslim. I said, said, well, my disease as a Muslim comes from a book of prescriptions, doesn't it? I said, yeah. He said, what's my book of prescriptions? It's the Quran. I said, okay, that's where my disease comes from. I said, yeah. I said, have you read the Quran? And 99.9% of them will tell you, no. We have not read it. I said, well, if you're saying I've got a disease, at least take the trouble and time for us pulling book. Read on my disease before you can cure me. Look, if I want to cure somebody of AIDS, I'm not just going to go and take something from the tree and say, okay, here, eat this. You know, this is going to cure you from AIDS. No, I'm going to do research on it. I'm going to figure out every possible way to break this thing down so I can kill this virus. I said, when you become an expert on my disease, come and cure me. I said, so here's the Quran, go and read it, find my disease, pinpoint it exactly, then come and you can cure me. I guarantee you, when a person says to you, how do you know the Quran is correct? Say, have you read it? Go and read it, find mistakes in it, then we'll talk. I read your book, I found the mistakes, and here they are. I found it. Now you take the Quran, you go and read it and find my mistakes. You find 99% of the time we don't do that. We argue on substance, but we never take the Quran and say, read it, please. If you find the fault, now what happens is, the reason we don't do it, you know why we don't do it? Because many of us ourselves have not read the book. If I say to you, yeah, here's a book, you know, go ahead and find out the problem. I say, how am I going to give this book to this guy? I haven't even read it myself. And he's going to come and bring a question, and I won't be able to answer it. Then I'm going to look like a fool. See the problem? The problem is ourselves. We are the problem. If we took the time and the trouble to understand our own religion, we wouldn't have this problem. We'd be proud and bold enough to say, sure, please teach me. Here's my book. Go and find mistakes in it. I'd like to learn from it. See, there is that sense of certainty because I'm holding the rope of Allah and I'm saying, I want to know the truth. Many times I say to the Christians, if your way is the truth, I want to be a Christian. Because I want to follow the truth, whether it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, heathenism, pantheism, agnosticism, I don't care. I want to know the truth. You want to teach me the truth? I'm more than happy to follow you. If they see it from that perspective, they say, hey, this guy wants to know the truth, and so do I. Hey, let's both find the truth together. Isn't that an interactive system? That's what we need to do. But the problem with us, many of us Muslims, is we grow old. Many of us don't know how to read Quran. Many of us don't understand Quran. Many of us don't know how to read Arabic, let alone the Quran. So in these kind of gatherings, we should encourage each other as brothers and sisters to say, hey, during prayer time, let one brother read dua. Then another brother read dua. Then we say, what's dua? It's just a ritual. No, it's not a ritual. Tomorrow I'd like to share with you a research that was done about prayers. I'd like to share with you scientific research that was done in a university for a long time on the effects of prayer and on the effects of one who is prayed for. It's startling. It's mind-boggling. It's all about I know we're all tired. Many of us have gotten up very early, so I won't take any more of your time. May Allah bless you all. Bless us all, and may He give us, many times we say, may Allah give us hidayah. But would Allah ever deny even hidayah? May we accept His hidayah. I think that's more appropriate. So may we accept His hidayah. Hopefully in these kinds of gatherings, we're going to bring some more fruitful results, so that when we go home, we can say, let's try to make this. From now onwards, let's be very careful what we say, how we say it, and where we say it. For God's sakes, Islam is a religion of manners. If we don't have manners, ask ourselves, am I a Muslim? Because if I have bad manners, I don't care how much Quran a person reads, how much tasbih we do, how many thousand rakats we pray. If we have no manners, we are not Muslims, period. I don't think we need to go any further than that. Thank you.
This is a report to Sister Fatima and Sister Majiba. Where's your manner? Where's your Islam? Where's your adab? This is Haj Haroon's adab with me. Is recording. Say hi, Ma. No, you gonna help Daddy or no? Zena, look at Daddy. Look at Daddy. Say hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy.
Okay, go.
What?
Keep on running.
We're going. Dad. Hey, go back. Take it like this. Huh? Brother, let me use it.
Huh?
Let me use it.
Wait. Zena, look at me. Zena, say hi.
Hi. Don't move. Can I use it for the next
Huh? Yeah.
Go back. Oh, so fast is that? Oh my goodness. Burning water. You know what? Ow.
Oh, good.
Where did you hit, Zena?
Right there. Waiting. Yes. Did it? I thought I was going to. Keep on pulling. Okay. Keep on pulling. Keep on pulling. Keep on pulling.
I'm doing that. I don't know why I keep going that way.
Let go of everything.
Okay, I'm going to let you go. It's all yours. Pull it back. Now let go. Let go of the other finger up here. Okay. Okay? It takes a lot of swimming. You ready?
Go, Zena, keep going, I think.
Come on.
Huh?
Come on.
Okay, let's go.
Baby's running down.
That's all right. She'll be all right. She's okay.
Same thing.
Bye,
You messed
Shirin.
up with her, you're in trouble.
Bye, Shirin. Hi, Shirin.
Don't look so pitiful.
You're escaping from Zainab, huh?
She gets a lot of energy.
Nah, she saw me.
Come on, up.
What's all right?
No, we're going back up.
What's still here for the... You want to run down and come back?
No.
You sure? We were waiting for people to run down and come back if that's what you want to do.
Well,
Go ahead.
then you come back up. If when he's ready to come, you come. Ibrahim. That's Lila's father.
You going down?
Haroon, 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 Haroon.
cloth turning and the tables clean. I've just been informed we have to pay by per head. Everybody who was not part of the original count has come and has taken part in it. Please get with Heather. We need to charge you for your food. If you had not already registered and you were not as part of the head count, we have to pay by head count. So please get with Heather and take care of that.
What if you haven't eaten enough?
Okay? Who has eaten food, not just come here and sit down. Because as you go through the line, a number of plates, this is when they come. Okay? Any questions? And please be careful.
میگیم آقا ثروت، میگیم مکنت، آدم بچه چی خدا رو شاید فکر کنیم ما به فکر بچه هست نمیشه نه به فکر
مخصوصا دختر
مخصوصا خدیجه که جگر من هست
مرغ جوجه من بهش میگم خدیجه مرغ جوجه هنوز صبح نشده میپره تو کوچه
جگر من هست
छोटे बच्चे और आजकल ये सिटीज में जो है वो आपको necessitate body fluids से बहुत एक्सटेंड मतलब डर लगता है अब you have to be careful The ones they have objections or resistance
وضعت میکنی؟
بچه ها رو
आजकल वो AZT है pretty serious मुझे स्टिक्स वगैरह बड़ा इसमें डर होता है कि लिमिट सर्विसेज कपड़ा हाँ दैट्स लोग इलेक्शन लोग एक
Zainab, let me see, Zainab. Let me see.
If I can have everybody's attention, please. Everybody has been very good throughout this camp. If I can have a few more minutes of your attention. Everybody,
Let me
please.
see. Let me get it. Put it down. Put your, yeah. Wow.
I need everybody to take a seat so everybody can pay attention here for a second, please. Okay. On behalf of the ICE, for everyone who's been here, people like me have just helped them, would like this thing to propagate. And that's why we wanted everyone's participation and everybody to equally partake from this camp, because we basically have the camp to ourselves. It fits our needs. We will inshallah try to improve on your suggestions, based on your suggestions, which the youth would like to get the feedback from you. If you don't know who they are and you want me to get a message to them, most of you know who I am by now. So get your suggestions to us. Any constructive criticism is welcome. Because we need to know what we can do better next time. The youth needs to know that. I would also like to, on the youth behalf, thank the resident alim, Molana Sheikh Muhammad Nasser, who took time from his schedule to come here and join us. He will be talking right after me for a few minutes. And of course our guest speaker, Brother Hasnain Jafar, and his companions who came from New York, they took the time to come and join us. Our brothers from Dallas, or people, families who came from Gainesville. There were a lot of people this year that were not here before. This is the whole idea behind this camp, is to increase our interaction with all the other youth and families and other Muslims throughout the United States. Inshallah, one day you will have this, a U.S.-wide camp. Not necessarily here, but this camp is sponsored by IEC. Will extend to that. If anybody has any questions for the youth, before I give the mic over to the Molana, I'd like to answer any questions or have the youth answer any questions about the IEC. Molana Sheikh Muhammad Nasir to come and address the gathering.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I would like to give this opportunity to one of our senior members of the community, Brother Haroon, to address the community for a couple of minutes. I would like to thank him because, as I know him, he is one of the dedicated seniors of our community and a learned man that we have to make use of him and all other seniors that we have. And I would like to thank all senior parents who came alongside with the youth, and it was a sign of their care for the youth, and it is totally appreciated. Say salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Brothers and sisters, of course, many of you know me and many of you don't. I would like to say, and I have to preface most of my talks now with first thanking you for allowing me to be here. But secondly, I ask your forgiveness for anything that I may have said to any of you, individually or collectively, that may have hurt you or may have been misinterpreted. And I find often that I have a very short fuse, so to speak, or please forgive me. I don't mean to offend anyone or to hurt anyone. I guess when you get my age, even though I don't look like it, I don't have much patience. We have the best of everything, but unfortunately...
Okay, let's keep on going. Hmm?
Who's doing like that?
This is doing what?
Like this. Huh? Huh?
I don't know.
He's still sick?
Yeah. What are you gonna do with it, Zena?
Keeping it.
Hmm?
Keeping it.
Keeping it? I'll take it back home. Zainab! Zaini! Walk fast. Zainab, get over here. Huh? Why he wants to fly? He wants to fly. The sun is giving him energy. Zainab! No, I have napkins. No, I see. Zainab, I'm gonna kill your mother nature. You see, let me see. What is it, Zeni? Show me. Tell me what it is.
Moth.
Look in the camera and tell me what is it.
It's a lunar moth.
Where did you find it, Zainab?
In the floor.
And where?
In the tree.
Why is shaking? Don't
Because-
touch him. Don't touch him. I think he's ready to fly. I told you.
Oh, we're gonna get a picture taken together? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We do all the time. Your drink soup? Drink soup?
Just go run. Come on, forget it. I still have. No, look at there.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, you want to go put it up?
Have a pleasant trip. We'll see when we get to wherever we're going to end up.
Lady!
Bye, Batur.
Oh yeah, we're on your time there.
Who said that? Hey, he says who's dirty.
Stay there. Hasnain, where are you at? Come on, hurry up. Take a picture.